We're going to bring in Liz Berney. She's the Director of Special Projects of the Zionist Organization of America, and it's an absolute honor and pleasure to have her here on RT America to take us through this. How do you defend this law, which seems on its face to be undemocratic, if nothing else?
Well, first of all, I think there's a lot of misrepresentation about what the law is about. The law is about economic activity. It is not a free speech issue. This woman in Texas, she can go on her Facebook page. She can spread all the lies about Israel that she wants, any place that she wants to, but she cannot boycott Israel, engage in economic activity. And people also don't understand that this is not just aimed at Israel. This is aimed at American companies. That it's an anti-discrimination law. And it's not an oath to Israel. It's an anti-discrimination verification, which is very, very common in all sorts of government contracts. You have most government contracts. You have to say that you're not going to discriminate against Black Americans. You're not going to discriminate against women, against the people based on age, and in a whole list of things. And this is anti-Semitic, anti-Israel discrimination. You're not going to engage in the economic activity that constitutes discrimination.
But here's where I think you're wrong. Here's where I think you're wrong. The First Amendment gives us a right to associate with whoever we want to associate, both from a religious standpoint, from a political point of view. If I decide that I'm going to join a group of people who doesn't like or who don't like, I don't know, green people for some reason, I have a right to associate with them. That's totally.
The law says nothing about your association rights.
Yes, it does. It says. Well,
it doesn't.
Yes,
Read
it does.
the law. The law talks about economic activity. It doesn't prevent.
That's what a boycott is.
It doesn't. No.
If I join,
a boycott is economic activity. No, it's economic activity that's prohibited. Let me give you an example.
Well, name me another country. Name me another country that it's illegal to have a boycott against them in the United States. There are many other countries. Many of the anti-boycott laws. Many of the anti-boycott laws also refer to boycotts against Japan, against any other U.S. ally. So an American,
and
there's
also
a law.
The United States. These laws have been in effect. These laws have been in effect. This is nothing new. These laws have been in effect since the 1970s because of the Arab League boycott, and they have never been successfly challenged. They've been upheld over and over again.
I'm not a fan of boycotts.
These laws could go even further. And remember something, the Nazis started, do you know what the first action was against the German Jews in Germany? It was a boycott of Jewish businesses.
With all due respect, you know the one thing that's great about Israel? One of the greatest things about Israel, aside from the food, by the way, which is fantastic. When I spent time in Israel recently, the story that always stuck with me was this. What do you get when you find 5 Jews? You know what the answer is? 5 different opinions. Israel is one of the most democratic, one of the most, yeah, well, sorry, I figured you'd help me with that. Israel is one of the most democratic, one of the most diverse places in the world where everybody has a right to an opinion, a place where I once interviewed a Holocaust survivor who told me publicly that it was ridiculous what Israel was doing with settlements. Yet that same sense of democracy that exists over there toward Israel and its own policies doesn't seem to exist over here in the United States. Do you not see that?
Nobody is prohibited from saying whatever lies they want to say.
A woman just lost her job for joining a boycott.
Israel, for boycotting Israel. Yes, for engaging in economic activity. Okay, let's take a look at her business. She's a speech pathologist of the Arabic language.
Right.
Israel has, as you may know, and it's probably one of the things you love about Israel, focuses. Has produced some of the most amazing medical advances and technologies, helping people walk and so on.
Yes.
So let's suppose
nobody's arguing the validity of Israel here, by the way.
No. Let me finish my example.
Okay.
Let me finish my example. So let's say that the best technology for speech pathology comes out of Israel. So she admitted in her legal papers that she's going to boycott Israel. So she's not going to buy. She's not going to buy the the best technology for speech pathology, and the students in Texas will be denied of that best technology because she's insisting on boycotting. We don't want people to boycott that. And let me also mention something. This boycott, and if you look at the Texas law, this is important too. It also affects American companies. The BDS movement is also against American companies.
I don't want it to. I don't want it to.
I
don't want it to. We don't, as Americans, but Liz, with all due respect, as an American, I want the right to boycott my country. I want the right to criticize my country. I want the right to even economically affect my country. That's what's great about us as a country.
She can go boycott it, but then she can't do business with the state. Okay, the state has the absolute right to decide.
Well, let me ask you this final question because we're down to 30 seconds.
Not do business with people who discriminate. And plus, you know, this also hurts Palestinians. If you care, it also violates the Oslo Accords. The Oslo Accords required the Palestinian Authority to economically cooperate with Israel. Instead, they started this boycott.
Liz?
And also, the Arabs are also victims of this. The Arabs are also victims of this. There was a study by the a survey that 55% of Palestinian Arabs in Judea and Samaria want more Israeli businesses to move into Judea and Samaria.
Liz,
they want more
Berney joining us.
So they're hurting.
We're out of time.
This is hurting.
We're out of time.
I'm sorry, this is hurting the people that they're pretending to help.
Liz, you've been
you've
been a wonderful guest, and I've very much enjoyed the passion and the conversation. Thank you so much for being with us.
I enjoyed being on here.
Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Thank you, dear.
Yes,
God bless.
I would love that.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.